food is delicious, and like I never lost that as a missionary. You know, we learned that you eat when you're offered food because you don't know the next time you'll eat. You know, sometimes you'd leave the house in the morning and yeah, we'd be good and pack sandwiches sometimes, you know, to go out and work. But a lot of times we kind of just went for it. You know, we wanted to work so hard that we didn't eat lunch sometimes. It happens. But in Slovenia, I loved the fact that it was healthy. You know, they home grew everything. And so we had homemade soups, we had homemade breads, we had homemade, like, anything you can imagine. Very focused on vegetables and fruits, which was, you know, it was new to me just because, like, being a college student, it was a struggle to find time to prepare vegetables, you know? And so I loved, like, trying all the new things. I mean, there wasn't really anything weird or spicy. I actually, that was one of when I told Heavenly Father I wanted to serve a mission. I'm like, please don't send me somewhere where I have to eat spicy food all the time. Like, I just won't, it won't be kosher. But I loved the Slovene cuisine, you know. It was just very healthy, you know, and I enjoyed that a lot. Now, when I got to Serbia, it was a little bit different, you know, because, like, the farmlands of Slovenia, you know, the whole country is just rolling hills and green and beautiful, and there's farmland all over the place. Everybody has their own gardens, you know. But when I got to Serbia, it's a city. I called it Gotham City, you know, because I'm like, holy cow, like, this is huge. Like, but there's not that farmland, that freshness wasn't there. You know, there weren't the markets like there were in Slovenia, and so a lot of it was, you know, bakeries. So there's a lot of carbs when it came to breads. They were there, and, you know, just white bread, and then a lot of meat. Like, it was just, that was like the more prevalent thing that you'd eat in Serbia. Like, there are still, like, tons of ways to, like, be healthy, but when we're out on the go, it was a lot harder to find healthier food items. And, like, when members would feed us, my favorite thing that they had there is called Sodom. And as crazy as it sounds, it's just like rotten cabbage leaves wrapped around meat and beans, and meat and rice, I mean, and then it's soaked in this sauce, or like cooks in this sauce for a really long time. So good. You know, oh, potatoes. Potatoes are like a huge deal. Like, every meal that I ate there, I swear I had potatoes, and they were always prepared very deliciously. But it was a lot of carbs in Serbia, I felt like. And I mean, sister missionaries, they tend to put on weight just because they can't burn the carbs as fast as the elders can. And so that was a little hard time for me, like, just with food. But when I got to Bosnia, things like got a little bit more garden fresh again. But a lot of the same cuisine kind of like rolled over. There's a few things, key things that if you're there, you have to try, you know, just the sadama, and they call it the cevapi. It's just a meat. I don't even know what's in it. Never asked. But it's just like, there's that, and burek, which is a pastry filled with anything, really. Like, there can be a potato burek, or like apple burek, or meat burek, or cheese burek. Like, there's just like all these different ways to eat the food. And I don't know, they're like, when you're there, you'll know, like, the things that you need to try, because they'll be like, oh, you're not from here, you should try this. Like, you know, it's, they really do try to give you the experience. Like, if they're okay with tourists, if you walk into a restaurant, that they aren't glaring at you for being, like, foreign, they're really good about, like, oh, you need to try this. And they want you to get the experience, especially the members. They're really good about making sure you get the full Serbian or Bosnian or Slovene experience.